Hey everyone, GoBotch here, back today with a brand new post-game show, episode 4. Our Madden 20 franchise with the Dallas Cowboys here in Season 2 as we have just defeated the Carolina Panthers in the NFC Championship. You see the Cowboys just with a defensive, brilliant game, until the fourth quarter at least. But we outgained the Panthers 391 to 255, outrushed and outthrew them, had 2 more first downs. We did turn over the ball twice, but we had 11 third down conversions to their 5. And we were 100% in the red zone with 2 touchdowns and a field goal, while they only had 3 field goals, and then they got that touchdown there late. And they did have the time of possession. They had the ball 31 minutes to our 24s. We scored rather quickly when we had the ball. So let's look at the stats of the game here. Cam Newton played well overall, 256 yards, a touchdown, no picks, sacked 6 times. Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 234 through the air, 2 touchdowns, a pick, and sacked 5 times. Rushing-wise, Ezekiel Elliott didn't have a ton of touches, but he did have 12 for 60 with 2 touchdowns, while Dak had 8 for 59, Pollard 4 for 25, and Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers neutralized 15 rushes, just 21 yards for the 4-year pro out of Stanford. Receiving-wise, the top receiver as far as touches was Moore and Ebron, Moore leading the way with 80 yards receiving out of the game. Noah Brown had 2 catches for the Cowboys in that massive touchdown that was a 43-yarder here in the first quarter. Cooper, 4 catches, 41 yards, and Tavon Austin got 1 massive touchdown catch, 41 yards to the house. Jarwin, 3 of 35. And Randall Cobb, 5 of 31. Wims got 2 big catches as well, and then we split it around some other guys as well. So we really shared that ball around, did really well there. Top tackler in the game, Byron Jones, 11 tackles, followed by him is Van Der Esch and Kuechly. The top sack machine in this game, where there was 11 sacks overall. Luvu, Poe, and Collins, each with 2 sacks on the day. And 1 interception came from Christian Jones, who picked off Dak Prescott. But the Cowboys get the big win here, and we'll head back to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and advance forward. I'd love to play a Pro Bowl eventually in this game, but I guess it's a blessing, right? It's a blessing and a curse. When you're in the Super Bowl, you can't play the Pro Bowl because your players aren't in the game. That's just the way it works in real life. So just like that in this game again, we have to skip out. We can't play the Pro Bowl, so we're just going to go ahead. And I want to see who made it for the AFC, who made it for the NFC, all of that. Let's go ahead and look. So Cam Newton, who we sent home packing, is the number 1 QB for the NFC. Baker Mayfield for the AFC. Brissett, the backup, doing a great job with his first year there with the Saints as the starting QB. Phillip Rivers, the second for the AFC. Wentz for the NFC, and Brady, the third quarterback for the AFC. Top running backs are Chris Carson, Kareem Hunt, Christian McCaffrey, Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and Derrick Henry. And then you have just whatever your name is, fullback, and then Watt, Penny, Rickard, Adams, the top wide receiver, Edelman for the AFC. Then you have Michael Thomas, Cole Beasley, who had an amazing year, Sanu Sr., Sanders, Jones Jr., OBJ, Sharp, Hill, Jeffrey, Brown. The top tight ends are Hooper and Walker, Ebron and Njoku, Ertz and Henry, Bakatayari, whatever your name is, and Stanley, Armstead. Okay, so we're looking at all these guys. Let's go ahead to defense. Some of these I don't really care as much about. Aaron Donald, the top right end. Myles Garrett for the AFC. Fletcher Cox, Harrison Sr., Jones and Hurts. Khalil Mack and Watt. Sorry, not Watt. Mack and Watt. You have Burns and O'Daniel, Kuechly and Jack. Who else we got down here? Peterson and Worley, Williams and King the second, Hargreaves the third, and Moore the second. Richard Sherman had a really good year this year. 4th cornerback, Boston and Hooker, Matthews and Reed. Fairley, 75 overall, and Cyprin doing their thing. Robbie Gold, the top kicker, and Tucker for the AFC. So there you see all the guys making it this year. Should be a fun game. Let's see who wins that one there. But let's go ahead. Let's scout out. Let's go ahead and scout out. Can I not look at the stats? Okay, they've shifted some stuff. It looks like I don't know if they've updated the game, but let's go ahead and look at some of the schedule and stats and stuff for this. So, nope, don't care about that postseason. Yep. Oh no, I don't care about my team stats. I want the league stats. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Cincinnati Bengals were able to win 28-14. They outgained the Jets 364 to 228, outpassed and outrushed them. 20 first downs of their 12, and 2 turnovers caused as well. So very, very good game for them. They had the clock 37-22. So that's a big-time win there for them, as their top passer out there was Dalton, who has 210 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no picks, only sacked 3 times. Played a very, very good game. Let's go ahead and just focus on the Bengals here today. The rushing attack from Mixon, 20 attempts, 106 yards and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, A.J. Green, 6 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown. Ross III had 5 catches and a touchdown. Tyler Eifert had 5 catches and a touchdown as well. Defensively, their top tackler out there was Preston Brown, their linebacker, who did a great job. And 3 of their guys right here you see got sacks as well. They did have 2 turnovers caused. They're both picks, Preston Brown and William Jackson, each with an interception to help the Bengals get the job done. And now we look on to the Super Bowl, as the Cowboys are the home team. We're the team with the better record. Yes, the Bengals beat us in head-to-head competition, but the Cowboys are looking for that redemption. What is this? What is this whole deal here? Okay, X Factor database, whatever. So do we know who's the MVP and all that stuff yet? No? Okay. Whoa, return to the main menu. Okay. Let's jump back into that. I don't know what just happened there. I don't like that. Hopefully everything's saved. I don't like that things are being jacked up. But let's go ahead and advance to the Super Bowl week. And we're going to see how this shakes out, okay? Also, yearly award time. We're going to do the training real quick, and then we're going to look at the yearly awards, and that's where we'll call it an episode, as we'll look forward to Monday and the Super Bowl game here on the channel. Cannot wait. 2nd year straight. Defending champs, and we got to get ready for this Bengals team. So, again, upgrade time here. Henry and Leclerc both get upgrades. Makes me happy to see. So let's get to the yearly awards here. So the NFL MVP, ladies and gentlemen, holy smokes, that's a surprise. I did not see that happening. Dak Prescott of the Cowboys is the NFL MVP over Cam Newton, Josh Allen, Brady and Mariota, Brissett and Darnold. I mean, as many picks as we threw, I didn't think there's a chance that would happen, but it is. How about that? Dak Prescott, the MVP of the NFL. Coach of the Year goes to Ron Rivera with a 13-3 year. Kingsbury, 11-5. Good job from him, his 2nd year as a head coach in the NFL. Let's go ahead to the NFC, and then we'll look at the AFC after that. So the NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cam Newton. I guess since Dak won and we're in the Super Bowl, that's what nudged him out for the Super Bowl, or no, for the MVP. Defensive Player of the Year goes to DeMarcus Lawrence for the 2nd year in a row, with the sack king being him. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Isaac Valentine of the Cardinals, doing a great job there for them this year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Keyshawn Matthews for the Lions. Again, no Cowboys on that list because our top 2 dudes didn't play at all because they're backups to our future guys. So, best QB, best running backs, Chris Carson. Best wide receiver is Devontae Adams. Cooper finished 4th on that list. Offensive linemen, all 3 Cowboys. 1, 2, 3 right there. Zach Martin, Smith, and Frederick doing their thing. Best defensive lineman, definitely DeMarcus Lawrence. Best linebacker, Khalil Mack. Van Der Esch finishes 3rd on that this year. Best defensive back, Awuzie finishes 5th on that list. Best kicker, no Cowboys on that one at all. I'll tell you that right now. So let's go ahead and look at the AFC, see how that's shaked out there. So Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen of the Bills. Defensive Player of the Year is Miles Jack of the Colts. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Antonio Flanagan for the Raiders. The Raiders had both of these 2 guys, Sergio Fernandez and Flanagan, both 1-2 in the voting there. Byron McDougald is the Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Broncos. Top quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Best running back, Kareem Hunt for the 2nd year in a row. He was with the Browns the last year, now the Bills this year. Cole Beasley doing his thing, former Cowboy. Best wide receiver out of the AFC. Best offensive lineman, Quentin Nelson of the Colts. Miles Jack, the best defensive lineman out of the Browns. Miles Garrett, excuse me. Not Miles Jack. Miles Garrett, excuse me. Miles Jack, best linebacker for the Colts. Best defensive back goes to Darryl Worley. And the best kicker, Harrison Butker of the Colts. So there we are. All of the awards and trophies are handed out, but we have 2 12-4 teams getting ready to do battle against one another in Miami, evidently. Super Bowl in Miami. So does it not switch every year? I guess it doesn't. That's fine. But the Cowboys, we've battled to get back to this position. We've taken some hard losses this year. Last season, we only lost 2 games. We lost to the Saints. We lost to the Patriots. This year, we've lost twice to the Eagles. We've lost to the Cardinals, and we've lost to these Bengals. So this is a redemption game for us. We're here to prove something and to repeat as the 2-time back-to-back Super Bowl champions here in our Madden 20 franchise with the Dallas Cowboys. But stay tuned for that coming on Monday. Again, over the weekend, pay attention to watch all my other content for Scaretober, all Halloween time long through the month of October. You'll be seeing Blair Witch. You'll be seeing Bendy and the Ink Machine. You'll be seeing Resident Evil 7 and much more on the channel. But thanks so much for tuning in here today, y'all. You'll have an outstanding rest of your day. And as always, I'll see you all back here in our Super Bowl video on Monday. Y'all take it easy.